Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Marvel Rivals. And real fast, before I get into the two things I want to talk about in this video, the first thing I want to say is the Marvel Rivals community, when it comes to my commentaries in this game, you guys have been amazing. You give me constant viewership, and I definitely appreciate that. I've been using video games, and now it's been even more this commentary thing to help with my mental health and to keep me sane and, you know, just help me with everyday life. With that being said, over the weekend, another thing, about 16 years ago, I got a dog at first to help with my mental health, and over the weekend, I did lose her. Her name is India. She would have been 16 in December. I love her to death, and I just want to use this week's batch of videos to just say I love her and to give her some shine and thank her for everything that she did for me, man. So I appreciate you guys allowing me to do that. And again, if you guys have anything that you cherish or is close to you, especially something that helps you with something like your mental health, make sure to cherish every moment you have with that thing, okay? Because you'll never know when the end is near, and it comes pretty fast. So again, I just want to say, India, I love you, and I appreciate everything you did for me. But let's get back into the video on a better note here. And this video is going to be a little shorter, as like I said, I've been dealing with the thing with my dog for the last week or so. So this one will be a little bit shorter. But the first thing I want to say is this. When it comes to comp in this game, I've been slacking to the point where, you know, due to the resets, I'm now back at the bottom of the barrel, man. I'm not going to lie. I really slacked on playing comp. I was primarily getting on and playing quick play just because it was a little bit more enjoyable. I was getting on, knocking out challenges, just doing things like that, right? Not really caring about it, but I ended up getting knocked all the way down to bronze because I didn't play for real the last 2 seasons of comp. The first season of comp dropped me down to like gold from me being in diamond, and then when I was dropped into gold, I still did not have the drive, so I got dropped down to bronze, right? Well, this is interesting because actually, since I've been playing a little bit more comp as of recently to try to go ahead and get myself back to where I should be at, it's crazy because now in these lower lobbies, I've actually been having good games, which is surprising. I wouldn't have thought that. Well, not even I wouldn't have thought that. When the game first came out and you were down here in like bronze, like I got out of bronze. I think I'm in like silver or something. I don't know where I'm at currently. I got to check. But when I was down there in bronze, I expected it to be the Wild Wild West, man. I didn't expect people to really make changes. I expected it to be like how it was. I expected people to come out there and be 5 DPS, and I'm the only tank type shit. But for some odd reason, I'm not going to lie, it seems to be a lot better. Even at the lowest ranks at bronze, it seems to be a lot better. I have multiple games where my team made multiple switches. Like people were switching their characters, either, you know, during the halftime to play defense with a certain person or offense. I had people switching from, you know, healer to DPS, people actually talking to each other. So I just want to say it's kind of to the community. It does seem like we're getting a lot better as far as egos going out the window. And even in the lower levels, I see a lot more people are attempting to play more realistically and actually, you know, win games and be good teammates. Now, this could be because, like myself, a lot of people actually stopped playing comp and they've got knocked down the way I did. So now you do actually have a lot of higher level players that are in bronze. But at the end of the day, I want to give a huge shout out to the community right now because, like I said, it was not as bad playing in bronze as I thought it would be. I really thought to myself, hey, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate some time to this comp, but I really thought that being in bronze would have killed that for me, and it definitely didn't. So I definitely want to say that that's been cool right there in itself, man. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is a thing that I think that the devs could possibly introduce when it comes to rank, right? And that's going to be something called like a rank protection card or like a rank protection. So imagine the Crone Shield that you get when you're playing in the lower ranks, but you get a card if you happen to go on a streak. So let's say you're in the ban phase, right? And you're at the part where they're banning people, and you get a 3-game win streak, right? On the third win, they could give you like a rank protection card. so that you can negate one loss, right? Because the way that EOMM is in this game and the way the matchmaking works, it's hard going on like 3 or 4 game streaks. If you want to push it, make it 4 games, right? You win 4 in a row, you get 1 protection card for a game. I think that would be fair. I think that would also help mitigate some of this stuff, especially if you happen to win 4 in a row. I don't even know if I've done that before, unless I was like in a full-on stack. Now, if you're in a stack, I think that this should also apply. Like, if you're in a stack, I don't think you should be able to get the card if you win 4 in a row. This is something I think that should be probably held exclusively to like solo queuers or duo queuers. Like, you should only be able to have a certain amount of people. Now, maybe this system might be a little harder to implement because of, again, like I'm saying, if you're in a full stack and you win 4, I don't think the whole team should get a ring protection card. I think that would be stupid because they're more getting wins based off the fact that they are in a stack opposed to the player's individual play. So maybe only solo queue if you're able to win 4 straight in a solo queue, because they can tell when you queue up solo or in a group. So if you're solo queuing and you happen to win 3 or 4 in a row, I don't see why they shouldn't reward you with a rank card. And I would even say maybe as long as you have less than half of the team. So if you're in a 1 or 2 stack, I think that you should be eligible to win this if you happen to go on a streak, because you don't have a majority of the team. So you can't sit there and say, oh, well, people are going to stack up and abuse this, because if you're only 2 people and then it's a team of 6, you still have to rely on the other 4 randoms on your team and hope and pray that they're able to help you get these 4 dubs in a row before you lose. And if you're a solo, I mean, you're just going out there and hoping and praying that you do enough to make sure that your team gets that damn dub, man. So I don't know. I play some other games where rank is involved. There's one game where they give you basically a rank protection card every time you win, and that's kind of crazy because I have a whole bunch of them shits in that game. And then I had another game where they only gave it to you once you started streaking. Like, if you got onto a streak, every win that you continued to get, then they gave you the protection card. So that's how that worked, and that's where the idea came from, man. But let me know down in the comments, man, how do y'all think, man? Have y'all been in the bronze lobbies as of lately, and do y'all think that players are getting better down there and being more of teammates? And how do y'all feel about the rank protection card idea that I just brought up to you guys, man? Let me know down in them comments, and let's get a conversation started, man. But until then, I'm gonna leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Oh my goodness.
Destroyed. Oh, play the pitch.
No. Exactly as I expected. Drop down!
Drop off.